Saturday party shirt. Party shirt.
Let's go find the mud crabs.
Yeah, just keep doing it. Just keep going round and round.
Keep going. So we've reached the end of the mangrove system, and what we're looking for is these gullies. So the water runs up into the mangrove system and back out, and that's where we're going to put our pots. And the scent of the bait should actually carry up into the mangrove system and bring out the big mud crabs.
That's what we want. The big bucks.
Fingers crossed.
The big bucks.
The big ones.
Just shows nice confusion. Most people bail water out of the boat.
Alright, so Mark's just putting the first fish frame into the first mud crab. Alright, so Mark's just put in the first fish frame into the mud crab trap. Took me a few times to get that, but we got it. He's just hooking the fish frame into it so it's not going to come out with the current or the tide. And we're going to find a nice spot in the mangrove. As you can see, the mangroves are giving live birth. Shipwreck told us. Oh, Dad, head. It's quite shallow here, Mark.
Is it? How
Very
shallow?
flat, very. Like very.
Yeah, it's just been stabbed.
Did you trim up anymore? Mark's idea, let's go where no one has been before. First trap deployed.
Put it with the hole facing down.
So just right in the middle, Mark?
Yeah, on the mark.
Is that?
Anywhere there.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, this is the type of stuff you don't want your motor to hit when you're going through the mangroves. What's your arm? Composure.
Jenny. So that's the jetty. Where this one go? No, they're both bucks.
This is how you make the big bucks.
Zero. High five. Hey guys, how you going? We're just here on South Percy Island. We've just we left Middle Percy Island yesterday, and we've just been for a dive today. So we're about to cook up some mud crabs for dinner. The boys are here to help me. Lockie's here to help me from All Things Ocean.
Just here to supervise him. He actually got the mud crabs for us. It were his traps, his tinny, but I guess we all put in the bait and shit, so we're all good. Alright, here we go.
Alrighty, so we put them in the fridge, so they should be asleep by now.
Thanks, man. It's like a Santa sack from the ocean. What have we got in here? I like how Mark is here.
So the reason why we put them in the fridge is to put them down humanely.
And what does that do to the...
So it slows down their metabolism and they eventually just go to sleep.
So that's the size of the mud crab that we had.
So we're just going to put him into some salt water, and the reason why we use salt water is so it doesn't strip out all the flavours. If you use fresh water, it strips the flavours out, so we want to keep the flavours in the mud crab.
I don't think this pot's big. Oh, it's too big for the pot! Oh, water's hot.
Alrighty, so we're just going to let that boil for a while and we'll come back soon. Catching mud crabs is not something we do all the time. It's good to get amongst the mangroves with a bunch of mates and get into it. And I think we've done pretty well, hey guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that's like, you guys watching at home probably think it looks very adventurous and stuff, but honestly guys, that's exactly how we feel. We're not refined in the way that we do things with the mud crabs, but we're just learning on the go and enjoying the rewards of that.
And hopefully you guys can utilise this recipe that we're going to do today back at home and give it a crack.
So you want to talk about the recipe?
It's not overcomplicated.
What is it?
Alright, so this is just something we've sort of chucked together. I normally do this with prawns. It's garlic cream prawns. I'm going to introduce the crab instead of the prawns because we don't have any prawns, and mix it together.
It's not a bad substitute, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Alright guys, so we're going to make the sauce up now. So these are our ingredients here.
Let me hold that for you, Mark.
Alright, so we're going to put a couple tablespoons of butter. It's quite windy here at the moment, eh?
Very windy, I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Tablespoon of crushed garlic. I prefer to use fresh garlic, but we don't have any at the moment. I've used it all.
Dad's been eating about 10 cloves each morning by himself.
And the chilies.
Yeah, the chilies.
Alright. So we're just going to let that simmer away. Now a tablespoon of plain flour. We just want to mix that in. Starting to thicken up nicely.
Yeah, it looks good. Is this a dish you make very often?
Oh, I've only made it a couple of times with prawns and my wife loves it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Have you done it with mud crabs before?
No, first time.
First time. That's exciting.
Alrighty. So normally I just use fresh cream, but we don't have any cream on the boat because we've been out at sea for a couple of weeks. So we're just going to use some coconut cream. And I've got some chicken stock in there as well. There should be 1 cup of chicken stock. Just going to slowly introduce that into the mix. Alright, so we just want half a cup of cream. Alright guys, and you've got to put a little bit of white wine in there, normally about a tablespoon.
Or a litre, either other.
Litre or 2. Now for the secret ingredient. Mustard powder.
Ooh. Alrighty.
So we want half a tablespoon of that. Half a tablespoon there, but that's okay.
When on the boat, wing it.
As you said, we're keen as mustard. And some parsley flakes.
Again, obviously using fresh parsley would probably be the go-to if we could get it from the shops, but we're on a boat.
So we're just going to let that simmer for around 5 minutes, and then we're going to take it off the heat. By that time the crabs should be ready to pull off, and then we'll extract the meat out of the crabs, put the sauce over the top of the meat. Bob's your uncle.
And Lockie will eat all the claws. Guys, so what we're going to do is we saved the legs and the feelers of the cray that we ate earlier for the entree. Because we pan fried the tail, we just cut the tail in half and use that meat. We don't want to waste these, so what we're going to do is we're going to stick this pot just on top of where the crabs are cooking at the moment in the steamer contraption, and the lid's going to go on top of that, and the steam should come up through the pot and cook those at the same time as those crabs are ready.
Alrighty, so the crabs are done. We're going to take off our steamer, and Lockie's going to get them out of the hot water and put them in some ice cold salt water. There you go, big fella.
You might need some bigger tongs, mate.
Might need a smaller crab.
Ooh, hello.
Alright, so we've pulled the crabs out of the pot. We're going to put them in the cold water now to give them a bit of time to cool down. The way to indicate whether they're cooked in the pot, Mark was just explaining to us, is just by the colour of their shell. Okay, so it goes a dark orange, almost red colour when they're ready to come out and cool down.
Yep, that's
Awesome.
right. So it normally takes about 12 to 15 minutes for your crabs to cook.
The legs of the cray are still on the steam, so they should probably be another 10 minutes, and then they'll be done as well.
And we're just going to use these plastic bags, that way it stops us from being covered in crab juice, and get the meat out of them.
You're a loose unit.
Alrighty. Look at that.
Whoa. We're just going to pick these parts of the crab off, and we're going to pull the shell off, chuck that over the side. I can go straight back into the ocean. There's a few little fish off the back of the boat feeding on this at the moment. And what we'll do is we're going to chuck all this crab, look at that piece Mark just pulled out. We're going to pull all that, put it into the bowl, okay? And we'll come back to you when that's finished.
If Johnny's old man was here, that crab claw would not be there anymore. Or if he gone.
Who's Johnny's old man?
Well, sorry, Mark's old man. Johnny.
Go.
So I just want to show you guys about how to get into the carapace, or the shell of the mud crab. So on the bottom is his flat. We're just going to roll that back, thumb in there, and his shell should come away. Oh, not over the bowl. Anyway, so a lot of people actually don't eat this part of the crab, but it's actually probably some of the nicest part of the crab. So get your thumbs in there like that. Crack that open, and inside this part here, underneath all this filters, is compartments of meat, and this meat inside here is some of the tastiest mud crab meat you'll ever get. So just want to get your thumbs in there, break it apart, and have a look at that. That's what you want. That's funny.
Taste test.
It's not a Corona, but it's from where you'd rather be.
That's pretty good. Anyway, we'll get back into it and we'll see you soon. So the mud crab extraction has done quite well. Look at that, that's 2 crabs. That's a huge amount of meat.
What do you reckon? 500 grams of meat there? 500?
At least. At least. Alrighty, so we're going to put a bit of that into these bowls. You want to do that for us, Loggy?
Yep. It's a lot of meat. First one there? No, I'll just go straight into this one.
Alright, next of all, so we've got the crab in the bowls. We're going to put in our garlic cream coconut sauce. A little bit left over, we'll have that bit later.
Cheers to this, Mark. All 4 for me. Nah, that's awesome. Cheers, Marky. Legend.
No worries.
He's done a good job, guys. This is awesome. If you ever get the chance and you get yourself a mud crab down the mangroves, make sure you give this a whirl because, yeah, you won't be disappointed. It's absolutely delicious. Really, really good.
Awesome.
On the snorkel for the captain. He's asking
Captain
for it.
Barry. That's the initiation.
That's the full one, Mark. Go, go, go. Get in there. Oh, easy. Easy. He's a veteran. He's a veteran.
Well done.
He's a veteran.
Next one.
Next one, alright. Yeah, you got 2 in you. Come on, let's go. Yep. Ready?
Don't spill half of it on the floor.
Veteran. Okay, you got double. Double. 100%.
Go to the sand dunes, but I'm not going to the snorkel.
This one will be warmer. Alright. This is it. Oh, don't breathe out. Just breathe in.
The volcano!
Come on, finish him.
The volcano's
Bury it. Bury it, Mark. Come on.
down the hatch. Oh, that's a loose paw.
Well done.
Okay, yeah.